In the heart of the Andes stretched an empire of gold, power, and gods. A civilization so vast, so disciplined, that even today historians call it the most organized empire ever built in the Americas. Its army? Hundreds of thousands. Its emperors? Descendants of the sun god. Its cities? Carved from mountains, without iron, without wheels, yet more perfect than anything Europe had ever seen. And yet, all of this destroyed by just 200 foreign soldiers. This is the shocking story of how the Inca Empire fell not because it was weak, but because fate, betrayal, greed, and absolute terror collided in ways no one could imagine. The year is 1532. The Inca Empire stretches 2,500 miles from modern Ecuador to Chile. Its population? Nearly 12 million. But behind the beauty lies chaos. A deadly smallpox epidemic, brought unknowingly by earlier Europeans, kills the emperor. His two sons, Atahualpa and Huascar, plunge the empire into a brutal civil war. When the dust settles, Atahualpa wins, but the empire is weak, tired, wounded. And at that exact moment, as if destiny handpicked the timing, Francisco Pizarro, a ruthless Spanish conquistador, lands on the shores of Peru with only 168 soldiers. Some say 200, some say less, but one thing is certain: the Inca Empire never saw them coming. Imagine being an Inca guard, never having seen a horse in your life, never having seen steel armor, guns, or cannons, and suddenly these strange bearded men appear, riding animals so tall they look like mythical demons. Whispers spread across the empire. Viracochas, children of the gods, messengers from another world. Is this the prophecy of doom? Pizarro requests a meeting with Atahualpa in the town of Cajamarca. But Atahualpa, young, victorious, and prideful, believes no force on earth can challenge him. He arrives with 80,000 soldiers. The Spaniards? Still just 200. But here's the truth. The Incas came unarmed, because this was supposed to be a peaceful meeting. What they didn't know was that Pizarro had set a trap. The sun begins to set. Atahualpa is carried into the square on his throne of gold, surrounded by thousands of attendants. He sees nothing. No Spaniards, no movement, just silence. Then, a Spanish priest steps forward, holding a Bible. He demands the emperor convert to Christianity. Atahualpa, confused and insulted, throws the Bible aside. And at that moment, everything explodes. Spanish cannons erupt, horses thunder forward, steel blades rip through crowds who have no weapons. The noise, unlike anything the Incas had ever heard. Some believed the gods themselves were attacking. Chaos, screams, smoke. Thousands die within minutes. And in the center of the madness, Spanish soldiers grab Atahualpa and take him prisoner. The emperor of the most powerful empire in the New World, captured by men who weren't even 200. This was not a battle. It was a slaughter. Atahualpa realizes the Spaniards crave one thing: gold. So he makes an unbelievable offer. I will fill this entire room with gold and twice with silver if you let me go. The Spaniards agree, and soon caravans arrive carrying unimaginable wealth. Golden statues melted, sacred items destroyed, treasures collected over centuries vanished. The room fills with gold up to the height of a man's arm. It becomes the largest ransom ever paid in human history. But when the last piece of gold arrives, Pizarro breaks his promise. The Spaniards put Atahualpa on trial, a fake trial, a political performance. They accuse him of treason, rebellion, and worshipping false gods. And then he is sentenced to death. Visual, a lonely night, execution by strangling. The emperor who ruled millions, the son of the sun god, dies alone. And with him dies the soul of the Inca Empire. Historians often ask, how could 200 men destroy an empire of millions? The answer is not simple. It wasn't just guns, it wasn't just steel, it wasn't just disease. It was a civil war, a broken leadership, fear of unknown weapons, tactical ambush, greed, betrayal, and a moment in history when everything went wrong at once. The Incas did not fall because they were weak. They fell because their world changed overnight. And in that moment, as the sun set on the Andes, the greatest empire South America had ever known was erased from history. Today, if you walk through Cusco or climb the stones of Machu Picchu, you can still feel the heartbeat of a civilization that refused to die. Their cities, their culture, their spirit survived the swords, the guns, the greed. Because empires fall, but civilizations endure. This was the story of how 200 soldiers destroyed the Inca Empire, but also how the Incas live on even today.